Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Second Chance? What's up, Brennan? Yeah, we're back on Gage. I had to change things up a little. I was originally gonna start it like a month ago, and I actually changed up my entire playthrough because I wanted something a little bit different. I didn't want to start out with the same starting place, so I changed that up. We'll head over to the farm in a second, show you our starting equipment. Get this warmed up here. Well, I'm testing out this new mod, which I've been kind of interested in doing. So we're gonna do it here, but it's called Fresh. So all my product actually has a shelf life. I gotta remember how to get to the farmyard here. I think I remember. What's going on, Damien? Why are you stopped in the middle of the road? What do we got going on here? We're also playing with wild boars, so we got wild boars to worry about. We're starting out with $25,000, and we have a $1.5 million loan that we got to pay off. That's the story of starting here. We're playing with the usual. We got our taxes. We're playing with hard economy. Like I said, we do have. I am using the mod called Fresh, which everything has a shelf life. So I have to. Certain products last longer than others. Not gonna be on to watch. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. So our farm is right over here. Will do. So some of this equipment I didn't feel like selling off, but we really don't have a need for it. So this is kind of this is our truck to haul grain, International DT 466. We got this will be for fertilizing. This is our cultivator, which I think it works. So I'll be honest, some of this stuff I have not tested on the row crop. So like something like this, because I know there was a mod out there that wasn't working on Ray County when I used that. So we'll have to figure it out. I like this roller, so I went with this roller again. The sunflower. Our weeder. And then this is our windrower slash tedder. I think this one can get I got the hiccups, but I think this one can be converted. So we're not going to start with max, like having to spray. They get the full precision farming score. Same with the weeders. And I also wanted to try this out. I saw this like a few months ago and I downloaded it and I wanted to give it a shot. So we'll show you the harvester in a second. So we got 3 tractors. I had 4, but I didn't really need the 4th one. So changing it up a little. We got a Ford 8830. The New Holland 8970, and then an old piece of shit Massey Ferguson. And then again, trying something different. Went out with the 12 roll. I want to give this a shot. And then this is for our wheat. And then I'll show you our harvester, which we have it parked over here. Oh yeah, we have this over here. So we do not have any grass fields, by the way. My original plans, I did have a grass field, but this one I do not. So, but I figured I'd keep it. And then we have the gleaner. What with the gleaner for our harvester? So, as far as our property goes, so we own all this, and unfortunately, the one thing I don't like about Gage is their property lines are like so screwed up because so I own all these buildings, and then we also own over here. We have some more storage, so I'm thinking. Also, we're not going to get a good yield off this field. Oh yeah, that's one thing that we don't have is we don't have a plow. So we're going to have to buy a plow. I kind of forgot to add it in there. So I kind of was like, all right, screw it. We're just going to eventually buy one. So that's another thing that we need to work towards. So I can't take out any loans, but yeah, we have all this property over here. As well. So we have that. This is not ours, but we do have this. And then we have these sheds over here. So those we do not own. Yeah, no, we don't own that, but we own these. So I'm thinking at some point we're going to get rid of these sheds because I don't need all these. And I might make this our not silage, our grain storage area. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to do with this area, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. So also, as always, and we also own, this is our other house that we own. So but as always, jobs that we take, we can only do them with the machines that we have. 93 degrees out. Oh yeah, let's fast forward our time here. Get it on ×3 because I like that scale. Yeah, so we're gonna have to save up. I don't even know. And yeah, as you can see, our finances, if we could take a look, $25,000, no money. And we got a 10-year, $1.5 million. Our interest rate is 5.9 currently. So we're paying about almost $16,000, $900 a month on on loan payments. And also, what was I gonna look at here? Obviously no animals. I gotta we don't have an animal dealer on this map, so we're gonna go over crop rotation in a second because we're gonna do things a little bit different here with what crops we're planting. Yeah, net worth 922,000. Let's see. We're also, so yeah, we get the wildlife damage. Red tape with a 20% tax, and then also for farmland, we're paying about 13.5 per hectare on farmlands. So we got that going on. So we can't just buy any farmland. So we'll have to be picky once we are able to actually buy more farms. So it may not be something that we like. But I was kind of eyeing up possibly this field. Well, this is natural grass. This is grass. We do have a field down here, which actually 2 fields, but we do got some we got a field down here that we could possibly purchase, which is 30. He's asking 31,000 right now. Let's see, 52,000. So yeah, we got a couple. So as far as our farmland goes, we have 2 fields. We have 85 and then 78. Those are the only two fields that we currently have right now. What do we got in here? I don't think we have. Yeah, this wheat was already cut, so harvested. Let's go down to the other field because I don't know how the other field's looking. So I'll head on over there. Take a gander at that. Also for grain, I'm trying to find a mod because I also don't like how any of the silos are. So I'm trying to find a good silo, but I'm trying to make it where you can only have one product in each silo instead of having multiple products in the silo. So unfortunately, I can't find any good silos to be able to do that with. So for now, we have everything. So before we go to the other field, our crop rotation. So mind you, this was before I decided that I was not going to do these fields. So I think I found a good system here. So we're going to do corn. Well, actually, that was... So let's go off of this one. So we're going to do wheat. If you do oat, we'll do oil seed radish on top of it. But if you do oat, you get 135%. After that, we're going to do corn. And you get 130%. And then we go back to wheat. So... we got to put a rotation up here, and I got to delete some of those fields. But we'll go to the other field because I don't know. That one might have been harvested as well. I'm not... I think both of them are harvested. Also, I don't know what it is, but I feel... I know we don't have a lot of equipment, but I feel like with this update, I'm getting pretty good FPS. I don't know if they had any improvements behind the scenes, but I feel like... I just feel like I'm getting better FPS and then it runs smooth. 113 FPS. We'll go to the other field because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what if this one's even ready to harvest or we're good to go here. So we'll take a look. I think this one was harvested as well. So we got a little bit of a trip when we do this field. A little bit bigger, longer of a trip than I thought it would be. Is this our field? Yeah, this is our field. So this was already harvested. So, all right, we're going to have to find some jobs to make some money so we can buy a plow. So let's take a look at plows. Do we have anything in the used market? I do not see any plows in the used market. All right. So yeah, let's take a look. Look and see what we got here. Plows. Wait, is this our plow? Do we have a plow? Hold on. Oh, never mind. We do have a plow. Never mind. Oh yeah, so we got the Ford. I didn't show that off. We got the Ford cultivator. So this is our plow. All right. All right, so we got wheat in both the fields. So let's figure this out. We have field 78 and 85. So we got wheat. So we might have the same rotation for both these fields because I think that's the best we're gonna get with. So we'll do, let's see. So we got oat and then corn and oil seed. Oil seed improves and oil seed improves on that one. Let's see, barley. What does barley give us? Not the same results. Barley's 125, 125, 130. So it's not as good. I want to do soybeans, but 105% bonus. Oh, wait, that might be because, yeah. So we could do wheat, and then one field we put soybeans on, and then the other we do soybeans, and then we do corn. How would that affect our numbers? So what are we thinking of that? I think that's decent rotation for now. We can always change it up later. We can always change it up afterwards. Figured change it up. Let's do the oats for a little while. We pretty much have done wheat and soybeans on and corn on the other map. So question is, let's see here. So all right, let's take a look at our crop calendar here. So when can we plant oat and soybeans? Oat and soybeans. Oat is going to be, we got to wait till March. And soybeans, we got to wait a whole year. So we got to wait a whole year before we can do and clover and alfalfa has we would have to harvest that before winter. Okay. All right. I guess we could start field work because we got nothing else going on right now. I mean, let's go back to the shop and see if there's any jobs that we can do. Yeah, we'll see what jobs we can do. Try to earn a little bit of income because we're gonna be struggling in the winter. Just realized that we got $16,000 that's going to be taken out every single month. So yeah, we're going to be struggling. But I didn't do anything to this farm. This is all land that I bought. This was all, we bought it the way it is. I didn't, the only modification I did make, I take that back. I did make some modifications. The only modification I did make was I sold in here. I did sell all the, you could buy seed, fertilizer, and there's something else that you could buy in here. And then we also had liquid storage here, or liquid, I think it was storage, there. I did sell all that, and then I put in this, this over here. So that's the only modification I made on this farm. I wanted to wait to get your guys' input before I changed up, all that over there. So, all right, well, let's see what we got for jobs. I haven't looked at any of the jobs, so let's see what we got here. We got a cultivating. These wouldn't be too bad. 79. So we could do that. Do these two jobs. We also got a plowing job, which that wouldn't be too bad. 19,000. That would be one payment right there. Well, let's try. Let's do the plow job. Because yeah, that's good money. And then we can test out this machine. That is a plow, yeah. So we can test out the machine, see how it handles. Oh shit, that's why I went over it, because I wanted to see the horsepower. I think the Ford should be able to handle it. 120, yeah, the Ford's 170, so it should be fine. This is our, like, pretty much everything else, and then this is gonna be like the planting tractor. I forgot I have. You hover over the icons, it will automatically opens. Yeah, we're back on it. New series, fresh start. Bunch of different machines that I've never used. Okay, now we're gonna test out if our plow actually works. And where is this field? 70. Wait, no. Field is this 73? Where is that one? Why am I not seeing it? Oh, 73. There we go. Oh, man, that's really hard to see when you got jobs on there. I don't know if we should have thicker tires on this tractor. So I'm using this mod called Farmland Market. So it shows it on here. But basically what this mod is, it introduces you can have it on a realistic style. So everything in red, the owner of that land is not selling. And it changes over time. And what's also cool is that you can negotiate prices. So you can change how much you want it to be in the settings, like how much you want the base price to be. And let's go back here. So basically like field 65. So he's asking 25,000. And you got to be careful because you don't want to jump into it. You want to look at it first because, and I'll show you why, because if you go to make offer, so you could make an offer. So if you think that's too high, you could offer 20,000. He might take it, he might not. But if you walk away, so if you back out, and now if you go back into it, I have to wait 2 months on this guy. Some are 1 month, some are like 2 months, but yeah, so now I got to wait 2 months before I can negotiate to buy that field again. And then, so it's in a realistic manner. So there might be some fields that they don't go up for sale for like a year. And then there's some fields that go up sooner than others. Oh, it kind of adds a dynamic, you may not get the field that you want to buy. You may not be able to get the field right next to it. So you might be stuck buying a field up here when land becomes available. So it's still in beta, but I haven't had any issues with it. It does work in multiplayer as well. I think you should use a different color though on the here because the numbers can be kind of hard to see. I'm also using another mod from him called Fresh, which I don't know if you've heard of that one, but I'm kind of interested to see how that works out. So that one, everything has a shelf life on it. So if I'm understanding this right, so let's just barley, for example. I think if it's outside exposed, you have 8 months before it becomes expired. If it's sheltered, you got 12 months. And if it's indoor, 15. So, let me see here. So this is considered indoor. So I guess if I leave grain in my tank, I guess that becomes expired. Am I seeing that right? Let's go to seeds. So seeds. All right. So if it's okay, so yeah, your seeds expire as well. So if you leave them in the exposed element, let me go back. I'm first time using this. I'm a rookie here. So yeah, this is all considered exposed. So if I leave, now I wonder if this was closed, if that would still count. I would assume that still detects as being exposed, but I didn't know that seeds had a shelf life as well. Silage is 15 months. So if we do silage again, well, that kind of testing it out. First time using this TMR is 5. So I wonder if it's in the animal pen already. I wonder if it goes expired if it's in the animal pen. So what's going on, Mail Dad? How we doing? Damien wanted me to tell you. He said hi. He can't be in the stream today, so so let's see. I just want to see, where is soybeans? Soybeans, so that has 11 and a half month shelf life. 11 months and 2 days. What else am I looking? Raisins. Is this everything, or is this everything on the map? I didn't. Can you do raisins? Anyways, so what is wheat? Wheat is 15 months. Soybeans, what did we say it was? 11. And then we're going to be doing a little oats. So what is oat? Oat is 22 months for indoor. So you just not got home from a very long day. I'm whooped and haven't even downloaded the DLC yet. Yeah, I downloaded it this morning when I was doing some work on the computer. I opened up Steam, and so yeah, and that's another thing that we got to take into consideration is that we do have wild boars, which we are keeping them activated. So they will damage our crop. I gotta know how to get to this field here. I haven't looked at any of the DLC yet, but the DLC really doesn't interest me. We're gonna find out if this this Ford tractor was worth it. I've had those days before. They don't happen every day, but I've had those days before. Okay, so it's right up there. Oh, we had to go through some other fields to get to that field, but I guess it's right over here. All right, question is, where's the entrance? Where's the start of this field? I'm gonna start over here. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I'm gonna start over here. All right, why does it say missing type? I don't want to hire. I'm not trying to hire a worker. I'm trying to do this myself here. All right, I do need to see speed 8 miles an hour. I don't know if this is gonna be able to reach freaking 8 miles an hour. Oh shit, with the two fields that we have, this might be... We might be doing plowing with the New Holland. I think this should be good. Requirement is 120. This thing has 170. Just needs to warm up. We're getting the speed. Just needs to warm up. So I wonder if it's the plow the reason why I can't hire a worker. I don't know if it's a plow or the field itself. You know what I noticed on here? Let's see. Crop destruction we do have on. Okay, everything's on. Oh, it's the tires that we have on. That's why. I'm tempted to just buy another plow just to see if it's the plow or why we can't choose our field here. Let's see, what other plows do we have that we could choose from? What is the requirement? 130 to 170. Yeah, but what's weird, why I think it's not that is because I can't even get into the, if I hit H and hold it down, I can't even get into the menu to get the I mean, I can hire a worker. It works. It just says no field found, but yeah, I can't even get into the screen. So and if you look, it says in the damage and painting, missing type description plow in XML. And I know the Alice Chamber, at least there was another one. That had an issue as well. So, but I don't remember if it was that one. This one. I don't want a 10-meter one. Plus that is 320 horse. I need something small. So the only other option would be something like this, and then I have to hook it up to the New Holland. So the New Holland would be the plow. I don't really want to use the single. Yeah, I don't really want to use. I mean, we could, but it's only 2 meters. Let's see, what is that? 2 meters, 1.2, 2.5. What is the requirement on that one? That's 150 horsepower. Jeez. Could it be a conflict with precision farming? Maybe. I don't know. It's my first time ever using this plow on row crop, so I don't know. I thought it looked like a cool plow, so I wanted to give it a shot. I've had it for a while. So yeah, we could sell. I just want something to help me, and I don't know. It could be the tractor itself. What is that one? 5.2. What is this one? 8. I'm gonna have to get the New Holland if I use this. So, well, actually, no, 130. What is this one? 120. So it's 10 more. So if we leave it at 4 meters, what else we got? That's 150, and that is 4.6. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I should have tested this stuff before starting. Not really worried about the money because I'll reset my money to be at 25,000. But let's first do this. We'll leave it at that. Let's just do buy. Oh, it's calling me. Fucking spam, man. I got like fucking 6 spam calls today. And that's off. All right, let's see if this works here. Delete. All right. Yeah, so it's definitely that. So we'll sell that. Sell. There we go. Now the question is this going to be able to... And somehow this drives a lot better on the field. Interesting. Yeah. Still got to change what direction. Well, at least we found the... All right. Most of the comments are that BS. Yeah, I know. Well, I kind of, it did kind of change some settings to kind of help with that, where you had to like have a verified email, or that kind of controls it, but even that kind of, they get around it. All right, well, good. At least we fixed our little issue here, our little dilemma. But I like the inside of this cab. I like the Ford. I've been wanting to use this tractor for a while. I guess the series is starting out being blue. I don't want to get into the whole banning certain words if I don't have to, you know. Well, yeah, I haven't done that, but yeah, the only thing that is a good way to help prevent that stuff, though. So I normally, if it gets, and I hate doing it because I don't like when, I understand why people do it, but I hate doing it. Is putting it in followers only mode. But I only do that like if it's like really bad. And it goes in spurts. Yeah, we can only do jobs right now because we can't do anything on our field until next year. So we're gonna work on doing a couple jobs, but like I said, we can only do jobs for the machines that we have. I'm looking to get more in depth with this fresh mod. It's actually, that'll probably be something that I add in all my saves going forward. I miss this map though. I've been wanting to get on it for a while. Oh my fucking god. This is brand new. This thing handles really nice. Beautiful 90 degrees. Open up these windows a little. Get a nice little breeze in here. Hey, yeah. Oh, he's gonna have to create a new account if he wants to chat. Let me know if the audio is too loud for stream. I'll have to close the windows if it is. I feel like the GPS noise is different in this tractor too. There's kind of one field that I have a little interest in buying at some point. So, well, a little backstory. I don't know if you heard. So our backstory is we got a I got a $1.5 million loan for 10 years that I got to pay off. This thing, the only thing about this tractor that it can be kind of a struggle is it's the same thing as my other tractor in Ray County, where sometimes it turns really good and other times you oversteer it. And as soon as the moisture system has a patch and that it works, I may reactivate the moisture system, but I'm not using a moisture system right now. I'm gonna wait till some of the kinks get fixed on it. Might even be able to add a couple more shanks on it and still have enough power to this done here. Oh, you know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna do it if when we get grass. I'm gonna see if I can actually mod the grass to make it look thicker. I can't do it in Ray County for some reason, but I'm gonna try it on this map. But it also might be using default. Oh no, I don't. I think it uses its own textures. Doing that. Let's see. Clicking the expenses. I wish it, I don't know if it would count if it took in for the account for my loan that I have. But I think we'll rock with this map for a little while and then go back to Ray County. Take a little bit of a break from Ray County. We've been playing it for the last how many months? 5 months, almost 6 months we've been playing that map. Might not even need to have to do this section. We might get this job done just getting the other half. I want to oversteered. I don't know if we see boar all year long or if it's just they come out during the winter. I haven't really seen much wildlife on the map yet. Holy fuck, man. Also, I was gonna add the field gulls mod, but I see that mod is no longer on the mod hub for some reason. change the speed here. Gonna knock out this patch while I'm over here. going on, J Farm? How you doing tonight? What got updated with precision farming today? Damn, oversteered again. It's coming along pretty well. 32% done. I feel like your back got a foot shorter from that tractor. What you mean? Don't have cap seat suspension. It got broken. Tractor does not have an air ride cab. Oh, real life tractor. I was confused. I'll get that shit fixed because back problems are no joke. Ooh, I wonder if, yeah, we got to get this job done tonight because since this is the first month and I just changed it to 4 days, I don't know if we're going to have time to get this job done tomorrow. Because that's going to be, we're going to be in September right away. I should probably look, 4 hours. Yeah, I think if we don't get this done, we're screwed. And I really need this money because we're going to be paying $16,000 in our loan payment. So what kind of deer do you got? You got the 88,000 series? I think you said that before. What are you currently doing on your field? Are you planting yet or no? Land plant? What is What does that mean? So you're not planting the seeds yet. When do you plant the seeds? Of April. When oh, you don't do the planting? What do you typically do? Honestly, I don't care about what I miss because this is only a contract job. So I miss a little, no big deal. This was my field, it'd be different. No, I meant like what all do you do? You do the harvest? You get to drive the combines? That's what I meant to say was like what task do you have on the field? You do plowing and shit? Ah. I do plow or cultivate. What, on a new field? If it says to plow, then do the plowing. If not, then don't worry about plowing. A bumpy. With this mod, I can pick between plow or cultivated texture. Oh no, that's not the texture. That's just the what the machine is. So you can do both. So you could do, if you need to plow, you could do the plow, and if you don't need to plow and you just need to cultivate, you can change it to cultivation. There you go. All right, 45% done. What's going on, Game Boys? How you doing tonight? Hate last minute when it goes to a different line. I'm doing good. We just started well, I shouldn't say started. We went back on this map. It's a fresh start, but we went back to the map. This should auto turn, so I shouldn't have to do anything. The hell? Because those trees were there, I think that's why it didn't stop at the end. It should stop at the end. Long distance. Oh, you know what? I bet it's because I had GPS on. Well, let's see. Turn around automatically. Time until lines are hidden. Number of visible tracks. There, yeah, I think it's because we had GPS on. Oof. We'll do every other roll. Oh shit, actually, hold on here. Let's see. Schemes. All right, we don't have one. Crop rotation. No, we got to put a cover crop down, which we need to get that done by let's see. I gotta pee. Oil seed we need to put in by the end of October. So we're actually gonna focus on our field after this job because we get at least 2 months of payments before we gotta worry about any other jobs. So we're gonna have to knock out some jobs and hopefully we get jobs in the winter. But our crop rotation, so we got wheat. So let's see. We're not doing crop on 85. Actually, yeah, 85 is the bigger field. So 78, we are going to put oil seed because we get a bonus if we do. We get a 15% bonus in yield if we put oil seed down. It's crazy depending on what order you do. Hold on. Before we do this, let's flip these around. If we do corn, we do corn there and then soybeans after. We get 130, 115. But if we do soybeans, then corn, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that. Okay. Was that the same 115 and 130? No, that's fine, Brennan. Appreciate you stopping on in. I think you said hi at the beginning of the stream. Also, it's not going to be a late stream. We're probably only going to go for another 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to try it. All right, I gotta use the restroom real quick. All right. What's up, dude? Come here. Come here. Fine. Fine. See how it is. Oh, you know what I could actually do is turn those. I could do some greenhouses. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea in that area. We haven't done greenhouses in a while. You know, I wonder if we could add the employment mod to this save. How many sell points do we have? I bet we could. I bet it would work pretty well on this map. A decent amount of stations. Let's see. Maybe. I wonder if it would work. Okay, get our lines and let's see. Reset is which one is it? Oh, there we go. All right, so after we get done with this field, and actually I'm gonna lower time because I should have started in the morning, but I kept screwing around getting this field set up. So after this, I'm gonna exit out the game. I'm gonna reset my finances again, just because we had to sell that. Because I don't want that to go against the our taxes. So I know it ain't much, but I'm gonna reset it. We'll see where this goes after. Actually, what if I did loans? No, because, well, I should put the loans in minus 1500. Make this turn. I want to get this job done before ending stream. What's going on, Tone? Crash? What you mean? Brand new start. This is our first contract job. I messed up because the plow that I originally had wasn't working with, I think it was not working with the row crop or something, but it wasn't working. So I had to buy this cultivator. So I'm thinking before I exit out of the game, or I'm going to exit out the game, I'm going to reset my stats here, just to not have it affect the taxes, and then load back up and then complete this contract. But yeah, this is a brand new start on this map. But we own 2 fields. I own 85 and 78. And I'm using that fresh mod. So my product, I can't keep my product forever. So it all has a shelf life. Seeds, everything has a shelf life. I also have the new DLC, or the new update that came out with the boars. I turned that on, so we got that. I'll show you the machines after I'm done with this equipment, or after I'm done with this field. We went blue this year on this save. We got a blue Ford, and I went with a New Holland as well. You should get them for free. I believe that was included in the update. If you go to your, or is it just in the pack? I don't know. Is it only if you get the pack? I thought the boars were base game. The machines are. I thought the boars were base game though. I could be wrong. I didn't look into it too much. I don't know if you watch Farmer Cop. He didn't say, he obviously can't say what the next DLC is, but he has a little insight to what's coming. And he said the next DLC we should be a little bit more excited for than this update. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna use any of the machines that are in this update. Maybe the slurry machine. Oh, we don't have a there's not an animal market on this save, so I'll have to put in my own animal store. Yeah, let me know if you do have it. 'Cause now I'm actually kind of curious if you get the boars even if you don't buy the update. Or the DLC, I meant. Also, I think I found the perfect combination for crop rotation. So wheat, obviously if you do oilseed radish, you get a bigger percent. Or I'm sorry, no, wheat with oilseed. Then you do oat with oilseed. And corn, yeah, corn with oilseed as well. So I think that's the maximum I've seen so far. Where? Because I was looking and I could not find where the animal dealer was on here. Let me go to, where would it be? I know there's some fields that have animals already, but I don't think there's an animal dealer. I'm going to click this a couple times. I don't see anything popping up. And productions pop up, but yeah, nothing for animals. Yeah, nothing. Nothing for animals. So I'll have to put my own down. I mean, you can buy them, but you just can't go to the store to buy them. You have to buy them through web. And that just ain't fun. But yeah, it was either keeping this or the Massey, but the only reason I kept this is because I like the interior of this tractor. I know it's just solid metal, but I like how it looks. But we got three tractors. I got this, the New Holland, and an old rusty piece of shit. And there's a bunch of customization with interactive controls. I think if you wanted to, I think you can take the whole, yeah, you can take that off. That off. I think of what else they got here. I think that's it, but bunch of stuff. Windows, doors. That window, you can open up that if you want to. You got the roof that you can open up. So a bunch of stuff that you can do. Yeah, so I don't know if... Oh, the shop is closed. Never mind, I can't show you. Anyways, I was gonna use Allison cultivator, not the one that you were having issues months ago. I was gonna use a different one, and it wasn't allowing me to pull up to be able to do GPS. It was weird. It was glitching out, so... Alright, I am gonna freeze time because I'm out, because it's the first this is the first month. Once we go into September, we're gonna lose this job, and I don't want to lose all the work that we just did for the last 2.5 hours. Which one? The animal one? Did you get it from the GitHub? So this one's 170 and my New Holland is 240. And then I also have another tractor. Oh, if you do the, I don't know if his GitHub is the same as his itch. But his GitHub normally, the last time I checked, it was on his GitHub page before the itch page. At least his dev builds are. I think I'm running his most recent dev build. The only thing is this tractor kind of sucks at turning. Does not make sharp turns. All right, this should be the final section, Corinthian. Has some pretty good hills. Too bad it's not row crop. I was tempted to sub to MRG's Patreon so I can get his Wisconsin map, but I've actually been putting this save together for like the last month. I actually would have been, when I was talking about starting a new map a month ago, I already had a previous build going here with what I wanted to do. Then I changed it up last minute because the way that I had the previous save, it was pretty much identical. Well, I shouldn't say identical. As far as like what I owned, it was identical. Like I owned the same farmlands as prior. So I wanted to change it up. The only issue with this map is all the farmlands that you have, they all have freaking too many buildings on the property. Like this 85, I like 85 and I like what I have, but it sucks because I wanted just this area, but this field, I got this part included as well. So I got fucking 4 houses on this property. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to get rid of these houses, and I think I'm going to do greenhouses in this area. So I'll show you when we get back, but we have a lot of garages, a lot of nice garages on the part of the farm that we have. Also, I got some grass machines, which I got grass machines, but because it was from the prior save and I just didn't feel like getting rid of them. So you have a good start on gauge, but it is going to end up being big machines. Yeah, I'll probably eventually get big machines as well, but I'm gonna try and switch it up, and if I get any of the same tractor, it's gonna be the John Deere 8R. But I'm gonna try. I tried to stay away from regular equipment that I got. I'm actually pretty happy with the start that I got. Like, we're starting on the very bottom. Like, even for like fertilization and weed control. Like I'm not using a sprayer. Um it's actually a mod that I had for a while that I wanted to test out, and I figured now would be a good time. All right, yeah, we're just ending. We're gonna be ending shortly. I'm getting this done, and then I got to do something in the XML file real quick, and then I'm probably just gonna do a rundown of the equipment with Tone and show him our new area. Yeah, some of the machines I got, I'm excited to use. How long is this one? Do we have this song? And I'm hoping it works. Otherwise, if worse comes to worse, I will just uninstall this mod real quick and then reactivate it, and that should reset my losses. But I'm gonna change the XML file first. Tone, what kind of big machines are you thinking of using, by the way? No, Damien said he was not going to be. He had something going on. I can't look in the store. Do you have the what is it? Nexat DLC? Should use that. Did you hear what happened to him? No. He said he was busy. In my Discord? All right, I'll take a look. But yeah, I want to find a map to be able to use that Nexat stuff. It looks fun to use, but there's no big maps to use that stuff on. Yeah, so I don't know if you've looked into this fresh mod, but was it Shift F? Okay. So everything has a shelf life, including like seeds. So like your seeds, if you keep them indoor, they last for this is in months, so it lasts for 30 months. But if you leave them outdoors, 16 months, silage, everything has a shelf life, and I like it. So I'll probably start using this for saves going forward. What, the fresh mod? The only other mod or thing that I'm trying to do, and I can't find a mod to be able to replicate it, is I'm trying to make it where one side you can only have one product in the silo. And I found a mod that somewhat replicates it, but like when you get into the multi silos, that's where I want to be. Like I want to be able to hold more product in the multi silos. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna save this game. I'm gonna see if I can get this to work because I wanna get my taxes back down to 0 because technically we didn't buy anything or sell anything, so this shouldn't be used against us. Let's go ahead, quit the game. I'm going to that was save 6 farms. Also, if you guys want to do this, if you're doing a fresh start and you want everything to be zeroed, you go to your farms.xml. Scroll down here and you can change everything to 0 or whatever line you want to 0 out. So where is purchase? So did I miss anything, chat? Yeah, so the only thing that I want to try and do, and I don't know if this is going to work, I'm going to go to loans. And I'm going to put in 1.5. We have by the way, we have a $1.5 million loan right now. So I'm going to see what happens when we do that. Cooking the books. Nope, I wanted a fresh start. I wanted I didn't want all the machines that I purchased to start to affect everything. So now if I did this right, everything will be zeroed out and we shouldn't have taxes. I don't know about the loans. I didn't test this out before. I put it at 0 before, but I wanted to act like we took out a $1.5 million loan to buy this land. Alrighty, Brennan, take it easy. Also, I feel like with the update, the game runs a little bit smoother. It could also be because it's a fresh save, but it felt smoother. All right, so finances total. Okay, that's not really what I wanted to happen. Taxes. Fuck. All right. Oh, I missed something. I missed the sold vehicles. All right. Well, let me quit out of here and just reset. I'm just gonna put everything back to 0. All right, 0, and we'll put you at 0 as well. That should be everything. Should be good now. And then what I'm gonna do is go. All right, finances, everything's zeroed out. Perfect. Love to see it. Winery mods? No, I haven't really looked into any winery mods. I'll see. I actually, well, I don't know if it was a mod, but I think it was a map that it was on, but it wasn't called. It wasn't anything called wine because I don't think you're gonna be able to find anything on the mod hub because I don't think it will get approved because of being wine. So if anything, it's gonna be on a website to download. All right, sweet. We got it working. All right, no taxes. So while we're here, we'll go through. So this is what I got for our truck right now, the Hall Grain. This International holds about, what does it hold? Like I think it holds 14,000. It's either 14 or 15. This is for fertilizing, or actually, I think this can be used as lime as well. This is our fertilizer, and I think we can use it for lime as well. Our roller, because I like this roller and it's easy to use, so I went with that. This is the mod I've had for a while. This will be for the weeds. And then, like I said, my original save, I did have grass, so that's why I have some of this. So I guess if we need the money, we could sell some of this grass stuff. And then I got the Ford cultivator, and then I went with this baler. So yeah, I do want to get a grass field because I like make small bales. We'll go check out the tractors real quick. So this is our New Holland, the New Holland 8970. And then we have this Massey, this old rusted piece of shit. And then this is my planter. I went with the 12 roll because I can't find anything else. So yeah, I went with the 12 roll, and then this is for the wheat. Our pickup truck, cutting grass. And then over here, and I'm a little worried because I think you said you were having issues with it. It is, hold on, I'll fast forward time after so we can get to the shop. But I have the gleaner, but you said you had issues with it, so I'm a little worried. It was only for hired workers, wasn't it? So we'll see how the gleaner works. And then we have like 5 different houses. So this is our main house. The only thing that I added different, so I did get rid of a couple things on this part of the field is, so where we have our cultivator, you could buy seeds, you could buy liquid fertilizer, and I think seeds as well. So I got rid of those. And then I also put up this silo. So my intentions were to have a bunch of different silos over here, and each silo, you can put product in, or just one. But the issue with the mod is for, like I said, the multi silos, you would only be able to fit one, and I don't think that's realistic. So you had issues. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see if it works. Actually, wasn't there 2 versions of it? I think I remember reading in the comments, so I think that's a different version than the original. But yeah, the only thing is, like, when you buy this field is you also, glad that we can go fishing though. The only issue is that you also get this property as well. So I'm thinking of getting rid of these sheds and putting some greenhouses over here. So this is ours. That is not ours. Our property line's like right here. This is ours. And then we have, oh, for fuck's sake. we go. Yeah, so I'm thinking of getting rid of these and possibly putting a bunch of greenhouses in the future in this area. And then maybe I might put our silos over here as well. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. And then we also have this house as well as part of ours. So we have a shit ton of houses and sleeping points. And then I also have this big Tex trailer. So, oh wait, I'm missing something else. There was another truck that I had. Where did I park that thing? The only thing that I left that was on the farm as far as like a quick point is, here's it. Look at that jumping skill. Oh, it's right back here. We got a flatbed. So I'm not using a gooseneck trailer, but we got a flatbed. All right. Let me go back to our tractor and complete this job here so we can get paid. Complete. So that'd be good because we got a $16,000 payment that we're paying every month. All right, we'll take this back and then I'll sleep and then I'll check out the Massey. It's on itch. I know that much. Trying to think of if I have any other script mods. I think the only big script mod that I added was at Fresh. I don't have the moisture mod. I'm gonna wait for an update to come out with the moisture mod. But I will probably turn the moisture mod on once I get it going. Since we have no way of drying our product, we're going to be, that's kind of why I want to use it on here, because now this map would be a good map to use it on because I don't have any way to dry corn or anything. Oh, we do have boars. All right. That's the first time seeing the boars in the game. I thought the boars just came out during winter. I'm gonna do a lot of fishing. That's how we're gonna make our money, fishing. It feels good to actually have to drive on a road and not be on one single road. I actually got some scenery to look at, not just freeze. All right, we'll sleep real quick. And we should be in September. The lights auto? Lights must be auto when you're... Where's the sleep point? All right, should be September. All right, let's go ahead and save this game here. I gotta turn auto save back on. All right, I'll show you the mod and the customization options. So small tractor, and it's the Massey. Where is it? It's this one right here. MF Series Rusty by VR Wesley. And then you just go in here and you can change the configuration. And I think he has... So I did the... I think I did the 290... No, I might have did the 283. He has that one and this one, which is not rusted. No, wait. Oh, this is a 2-wheel drive. But I thought he had one that wasn't rusty. Maybe I'm wrong. But I guess I was wrong. Let me go all the way up here. Yeah, these are different mods. Yeah, different mods. I swear, I don't know. When I bought it, I swear it was not. There was 2 versions of it. Maybe it was not meant to be in new condition. Yeah. Oh, that's my office. it's good starting out equipment. I wouldn't buy it if yeah, it's pricey, but it's vintage. Looks pretty cool. I like it. It'll be like a little yard tractor. I can hook it up when to the auger when I'm filling up. I do like this New Holland though. Interior is pretty nice. It's a nice tractor. Man, we got multiple wash bays in here, so. Oh, you know what? Oh, so the only thing I left is this, and this is a hose to get water from. So I hope it's free. I don't know if it's free, but I hope so. All right, cool. The only thing with this is I had to use the NPC or hide the NPC mod because there's an NPC over here. And then I think you got Grandpa over on that side. So I use that mod to hide them so I don't have to see them every time creeping at me. Is this the one that the front moves? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Are you talking about like the weight, like this part? I wish I didn't have such kind of a boring looking cedar. These are two things that I have a hard time using or starting with is finding a unique planter and a unique cedar. But I'm pretty happy with the starting farm. We got our header and then we got the corn header. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this farm. We're gonna be playing on this one for a little while. Probably switch back and forth between this and Ray County. I think this has pallet storage too. Also have an office and do we have a bed on here too? I think we have a just place to change clothes, but I think this is for pallets. I've yet to be up here. Okay. This is all I really need. I don't need those other garages over there. This is the only space that I needed. AI doesn't like AI as in base game AI or course play? I very rarely use AI now. I'm so used to not using them because they hardly ever work on freaking Ray County. So, oh, well, I don't use auto drive, so we're good. Brakes kind of suck on that Ford too. All right, let's take a look. Finances. So yeah, now we're in September 1st. So now we got 4 days in a month. So I just need to prep our fields and get them ready for plant cover crops so we can maximize our yield on the rotation. Okay, tax expenses 7,000, taxable income. So we got 19,502. Oh, that's contract income. Okay, never mind. So it wasn't. So the loan interest is not being factored into our expenses. Okay. Interesting. And I found out more about the grant system. Also, I think this should be fixed. Animal bedding. I don't understand. We don't have any animals. Why are we getting points for not having animals? Same with slurry. Like, you shouldn't get points if you don't have animals. You shouldn't get anything. Yeah, none of this. The only thing that I should be leveling up is crop rotation, which, but everything else should not be leveling up for me. Weird that it does that. But all right, well, I gotta get, it's 9:30. I gotta get going to bed here. I'm gonna try streaming tomorrow. I do not know. We'll be back on obviously this map for a little while, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it the stream. I should be able to. I don't see why not. Tomorrow's not looking to be too busy, so I should be able to hop on for a little while. If not, we'll try. If I can't do it tomorrow, I'll try either tomorrow or I'm gonna try doing Wednesday and Thursday. Try knocking out another stream, but I'll let you guys know. I'll have it in the YouTube. I'll have it ready. But other than that, if not, then for sure this weekend because I got nothing going on. So, anyways, you guys take it easy. I will see you at some point. Peace.